Welcome to Duke's United Show, and it's the preview for the Chelsea versus Man United game down at the Bridge tomorrow, 5:30 kickoff. And we're looking forward to this one because we are on a roll. We are on fire. If you take a look at the league table, we are flying right now. We've won. I swear we've won 5 out of the last 6, no? I don't know.
It must be because we lost. We lost the first 2, didn't we? So it's only the Man City game and the Newcastle game. Yeah, so it must be.
Yeah, 5 out of the last 7. Then sorry. So we're on fire. We're 19 points. We beat Chelsea. We leapfrog them, and we're just behind Tottenham if they don't go and win. But remember, we've got a game in hand on them as well. So we're looking pretty good. We are looking pretty good, and we still got a lot more to do, a lot more to go. Garf, I'm buzzing, to be fair, because United, if they play again like that, I'll be so buzzing.
100%, mate. If we play anything like we did against Spurs, then I can see a result. I really can. It's the first time I'm confident going into any game of any team in the last couple of years, because we finally saw what a Man United team under 10 can do when it's all working perfectly. And then if you can add a Martial to that, you know what I mean? In January, if we can add a controlling midfielder to that, or a right back like we were talking about the other day, mate, this team's going to be flying. So.
Right, so we go straight into the presser comments. It was a pretty quick one, but let's read them out anyway. So they was asking about what happened with Cristiano Ronaldo, so we'll cover that first. What happened with Cristiano Ronaldo? Did he refuse to come on? He just said point blank, yes. He refused to come on. And that was that, really. He said, the players didn't really... I guess he didn't really say too much about that. That's all he said. Yes.
Yeah. But you can read into that, Nate, can't you? You can extract all the information you need out of that one answer. He's disappointed. We're all disappointed. Listen, that on its own doesn't make Cristiano like lesser of a member of this team than he should be, because Paul Scholes did it. If you remember, Fergie dropped. This is the exact response that we need to say like this.
Number 2, warning and consequences for actions must be controlled. There must be control at the club. So that's what he said. He was saying, look, he warned everybody at the start of the season, and there must be consequences when you do something wrong. At the end of the day, I put it in place for him to reflect and have a think about what he's done, and we will see him again. He just needs to go away and reflect, and there must be some kind of consequence for it. So we'll miss him on Saturday, but look,
yeah, definitely
won't do it again. Simple as that. Things will happen. I will come down hard on you, and I'll have to get rid of you if I have to. Just like he done with other players. So why Tengaard's saying he is still an important part of the team? Because he is. If he isn't on the bench, we've got no other striker to come on. And we know if we were a team that could actually provide chances for this guy, he would score goals. We know he can score. We ain't got no problems with the fact that he can hit the target. He can hit the target from 30 yards, 20 yards, and 5 yards. Header. He's probably the best header of the ball for a long time. So just put the ball into him, but we can't. So,
listen. Oh no, this is what I was going to say. Like, I truly believe he should go in January. I think Man United and Cristiano Ronaldo have come to an end, but we can't. I was like, in the heat of the moment, I was saying release him. Looking back on that, you can't, because exactly what you just said, Nate. With Martial out all the time now, we've got no other striker in the club apart from the youth players. We've got he can still be an important part of the team. The Cristiano Ronaldo you want to see is to bounce back from this, take his deserved punishment, which is a one-game ban, basically deserved, and probably a fine, you would presume as well.
Yeah,
you
of course,
expect, you know.
Yeah.
And come back, bounce back, and prove to everyone that Cristiano Ronaldo is the greatest player of all time. Bash a load of goals in for us, and then let him go in January, like with his head held high. No one wants to see Cristiano Ronaldo ostracised from this team and his time at Man United end in this sort of disarray. No Man United fan anyway. I think personally, I don't make yourself, Nath.
Look, he's already come out and said pretty much like, look, it was in the heat of the moment. I've made a mistake. You know, I don't usually make these kind of decisions, but you know what? I'm human. And that's what happens sometimes. And let's get back to normal. Look, I know I'm peed off. I haven't ever experienced this in my whole career. I am the highest scoring player in history of football, pretty much. I'm the best player, the greatest, not the best, the greatest player of all time. Nobody will do what I've done. Yet I haven't been given the chance to fail. That's the reality of this whole thing. He's played and scored 20 plus goals, 50 a season before, and 20 plus last year. And then all of a sudden, without even giving him this year, we're just not playing him. So imagine in his head, I'm top scorer last year. You're not even starting me. You know I'm not fast anymore. You know I can still bang. Why the hell am I not playing? That's what's in his mind. And then he sees people missing chance after chance after chance. He's going to be sitting there on the sideline going, what the hell? He has to come to terms with that, don't he, Garf? He has to come to terms with the fact that he's not going to be picked like this anymore. He's not going to be given the chance to just see it out and see, watch him decline on the pitch as you see with Messi. No, if you're not going to play because you haven't got the dynamic, as Ten Hag says. So it's not his fault. But at the same time, I still believe he will be important for us at times. So, yeah.
Yeah, listen, early doors, the first 5-6 games of the season, it was understandable that he wasn't getting picked because he didn't turn up the pre-season. He wanted to leave the club, and we all understand that. You know what I mean? We've played him a few times since then. He hasn't performed magnificently, and without him, we're playing a bit better. So, exactly what you're saying, Dave. He needs to realise, that's the wrong way to put it, he needs to understand that he isn't a guaranteed first choice in his team at the moment because, I mean, I agree with, was it Paul James saying that Ten Hag doesn't want him? It's clear Ten Hag isn't enamoured with Ronaldo being in like he wants someone else who can do more, but it's still Cristiano Ronaldo. That's why Ten Hag's saying he's important. It's still exactly again what you're saying, Dave. The man can bang. 100% he can bang. We put the chances on the plate for him, he'll bang. So you can't say he isn't going to be an important part of the team in my mind. And 100%. We all want to see him come back to the bet. And the worst thing for me, like I said already, would be to see the end of Cristiano Ronaldo be like this, like absolute, like everyone hating it. You know what I mean? It won't be nice for anyone.
We're still a moments type of team. We're getting better, but we still ain't creating those clear-cut chances. That's the difference now. Like, if you look at the City, you always look at City as the benchmark. They play great football. They have possession football, and they create the clearest cut chances ever. Yeah, we currently now just started playing possession football, but we ain't creating the clearest chances ever yet. We're creating little bits and pieces, but we ain't. It's not like nice and smooth, if you get what I mean, where you just totally slice them open. We ain't ready yet for that, but we'll come to it. You got here number 4, Chelsea manager. They were talking about they know each other. It's going to be a good fight, but between the teams, not between the two managers. Doesn't matter. And then it's an immersed. Look at me and my spelling. Impressed by the and fabulous to play at Old Trafford. You see what happens when you rush.
Rush. I like the fact you went with thy, mate. You went with some old school religious language there as well, mate. Thy will be done. I tell
Was that right?
Chelsea managers, they know each other. You know what I mean? That's I like that, bruv. That's staying, mate. I like that.
That's what happens when you do things too quickly, mate. Sorry, Steve. I know what it's like. But yeah, that's the thing, man. I think, look, it's going to be a nice game, a good game, but we've got a long little comment here. If Ronaldo starts contributing to the team and doing the task Ten Hag wants him to do, I don't think he might even. I think he might even extend his contract. Ten Hag doesn't care what the media or anyone thinks. And the second one is there is an argument that says Ronaldo knows more about offensive play than Ten Hag. I believe CR7 believes that. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, I think CR7 probably says, you know what? Just put Anthony on the left and Rashford on the right and let them cross balls into me, please. Like, because he's got a good right foot. He's got a good left foot. If he just uses his foot to cross the ball rather than cutting inside and only shooting and never giving me a chance to score, then I'll score. So, yeah, if you're new, please subscribe. We're seeing some new names. David, Richard, Todd the Mod. You've been on a few times, I know, but I haven't said subscribe. And you're welcome. Thank you, Paul.
Always looking out for us, Paul. I like that.
The team game, like Cristiano needs to learn. It's a team game.
Quickly on that David Richard comment, do you think there's any long-term future for Ronaldo at this team now? Any long-term future? You know what he's saying about if he buckles down and does the things needed, can you see him staying another year with us?
Here's the thing. I look at it like I told you before. I watch basketball a lot, and players in basketball, they get like they like talk as if they're the main men. Like they just do that. That's the way Americans are. I'm the first. I'm a starter. I play. I'm a starter. That's it. In basketball, people come in on and off all the time. Yet they care about whether they start. It don't make no sense. But the reality is they got egos, and then it takes a little while before they realize, you know what? I could be a team player here and still win a championship. You know what I mean? I'm no longer the same bad man that I was that can start every single game and play 90 minutes every game. Now, listen, I've got to recognize, even though I haven't experienced it yet, I am getting older. I am getting slower. The manager needs me when he needs me. He ain't going to need me for 90 minutes anymore. And this is going to hurt. I don't know how long it's going to take to bed in, but it's going to hurt. If he can do that, then we could use him as a bench player. But again, is he going to do that? I don't think so. So I think he needs to move on and go and play at a lower level where he's going to play all the time. Because none of the levels at the high level are going to take him. We already know that. So he has to go lower level and play. Or stay at a higher level and be a squad player. One or the other. Dave Richard said, I am subscribed for a long time, guys. Never really catch you live to comment. That's why, David Richard. Okay, then. No problem. But yeah. So we're going to go diving straight into some things that me and Garf, we got our lineups. You know, we got our lineups. Garf, talk me through what you're doing with this lineup here.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically exactly the same starting lineup that we had against Spurs, apart from if Eriksen's fit, I'm putting him in over Fred. As good as Fred, like, I know that I was, like saying Fred was one of the worst ones on pitch, but we all played bangers. As good as Fred was, I think against Chelsea, the way they play with like the wing backs, three at the back to it, like you can afford not to have a Fred in there, and Eriksen gives you more going forward. So yeah, you can't change anything else in my mind. They all did magnificently well against Spurs. So it really just comes down to that. Like you could have had McTominay in there, you could have had Fred in there, you could have had Eriksen in there. I went with Eriksen just for the creativity. Yeah. After what I've seen Casemiro do for the last couple of games, which is really control that DM spot, you know, like seriously control it. Anthony's on fire, in my opinion. Yeah, he didn't score against Spurs, but he should. Like it was so close for him. You know what I mean? Again, like I think it was Fabio saying, like, yeah, we all know what he's going to do. But can you stop it? No one has been able to yet. You know what I mean? So, and I'm going to stick with I'd stick with Rashford up top. Mainly, I would have done it anyway, even if we had more options, because I think there's a goal coming. There's a goal coming from Rashford. Like 3 games. Did you say it was 10 shots on target? There's a goal coming from him. So hopefully it's against the Blues.
Well, Paul James, he said he agrees with Garf apart from he'd play Fred for Eriksen.
Yep.
I'm guessing. So yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, I can see it.
Well, if you take a look at my team, I've got two different players in there. Fred stays in because he scored. Not only that, he was close to man of the match, as a lot of people saying. For me, he wasn't close to man of the match, but he played very well. He played well enough that you can say, listen, he deserves to play again. The fact that we're playing Chelsea as well, I do think we need to have the energy around them. Even though they have some of their players missing, I still think like we need to have a little bit of that extra energy running around, just winning the ball. And then we can let the others go. So that's why Eriksen hasn't come back in for me. I think he's going to stick with Fred and give him his chance because it seems that's what the manager's been doing. When a player plays well, he sticks with them. So Fred's done well. He's going to stick with him. And I don't think Martial is out, unless he said he was out. But I'm
No, he's out. Yeah, he's out. He's out, man. That's what I was about to say to you. Yeah, it's confirmed Martial is out. Not in the press conference, but it's been confirmed that it's confirmed.
Just before the Chelsea game, he said he's back training again on his own, and he will be training the rest of the week. It should be okay. Anyway,
honestly, no. He's no. Man United have confirmed it, mate. He's out. He's definitely out for the Chelsea game.
So Rashford goes up top, Sancho goes on the left.
Yeah,
and that's it. And Fred comes in. And Fred stays in. So to be fair, it's exactly the same team that started. I'm going with Martial is out. Okay, Keris. Okay, Paul. Okay, Garf. You're all telling me, no problem.
You know what? You know what's going to happen now is he'll be starting tomorrow and they would all have egg on our face, won't we? You know what I mean?
Bloody hell, man. I'm not even going to post this now, but I want Martial starting here. He will bring out better in Rashford, bring out better in Anthony, bring out better when Sancho comes on. And I think we'll just be more fluid as a team going forward. I think that's what we need. But until then, Rashford, you better score tomorrow. And Fred, you better keep working hard. And then we bring on Eriksen when people are a little bit more tired. And then there's a bit more space opening up. And then we make a massive difference there. So that's what I'm going with. Now, Garf, starting. Who's going to score? What's the score going to be? Have you already put your prediction in there?
Yeah, mine's in there, mate. Yeah, mine's in there. It's up the top there, right? Yeah.
I can see it. Let me put this up. Right. So Garf predicts 2-1 to United. No, wait a minute. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say that.
So
Chelsea 2, United 1.
Yeah. No, yeah. 2-1 to Man United. Yeah. 2-1 to United, Anthony and Rashford. Like I say, Rashford's got. I agree entirely, Nathan, because I'm just reading it here, and the Martial thing, it's saying it's too soon, so there's still a chance, you know what I mean? So no one's actually said from what I'm reading, he's officially out, just that it's too soon, probably.
Right, so he's come back to training, but he's not ready
for
games yet. Okay.
Yeah. I think, like I said, Rashford not just needs a goal, deserves a goal. As much as I was digging him out the other night, he's putting all the effort in. He's putting all the effort in to get into the positions to score. His pace will stretch that back line. You know, Thiago Silva and Corda Bailey, as good as they are, they're not the best of best, you know, so at speed, you know what I mean? Against Rashford. So, and Anthony, like I said, if you can stop him doing it, try it, and let's see what happens. Because if he gets the angle, he's curling it past the goalkeeper.
Yeah. Nearly did it again.
Paul James, mate. Sky also told me that Ronaldinho was joining Man United back in the day, mate. And that never happened. And I'm still bitter about it. So.
Oh, bloody hell. I'm going to have to figure out what I'm going to do here.
You've got Martial scoring, ain't you?
Bloody hell. What am I going with? I think at Chelsea away, I fancy us to win the game, to be fair. But I think they're going to be much better defensively than Tottenham are. And we're not going to have many chances. It's going to be a 1-0 game. And Sancho's going to score. 1-0, Sancho. 1-0.
Yeah, it's definitely a tight game, Nate. It's definitely a tight game tomorrow.
Tight as hell, mate. Tight as hell. And I think this man, wherever he is, I don't know where he's gone, but this man is going to score for me. I think people are going to think, he's all quiet, not going to do nothing, and all of a sudden he's going to pop up and slot a goal home. You know what it's like? We come in off the left, just cut into and slot it straight away. And that's exactly what Rashford should have done. You know, when he comes in and just slots straight away, like quickly, push, touch. That's what he needs to do. But yeah, I think 1-0. Man, you know, I think that we should keep them quiet, to be fair. If we have Fred and Casemiro in front, I can't see how they're going to really do us over, especially the fact that Reece James ain't there.
That's a big win for us, Nate. That's a massive win, Reece James not being there, and that's a testament to the player himself that I'm saying that the right back is that important to a team, mate.
I know. It's mad, isn't it? David Richards says 1-0 Ericsson sub to win the game. You know what, though?
Good shot.
Are we missing the trick here? Because Sterling's back, Aubameyang's going to be playing, Koulibaly's coming back in, Thiago Silva's coming back in. They got some players, you know. Like, remember the 11 that we just went through, the mixed 11. If we want to go through that again, we went with, remember, like, to be fair, we can't even put Bruno in that team because everyone else is messing with him. I'm not even happy about that, but it was Mendy, Reece James, Varane, Thiago Silva, short left back. Defensive midfield was Kante, wasn't it?
In the end, it was so tight though, Nath, weren't it? You know, it was Kante in the end, yeah.
Yeah, and then you had Ericsson with him, Ericsson and Kante. And then you had, we said Bruno, and you guys said Mount. I don't get it. But anyway, let's carry on. Anthony was on the left. Who went on the left?
Anthony was on the right.
Anthony was on the right.
Sancho was Fabio picked Sterling for the left, but we ended up with Sancho on the left. It was Sterling in the end. And Fabio picked Sancho though, which was strange. Yeah.
So that is a team. That's a good team, to be fair. Yeah, that is a very good team. We got here 2-2 Chelsea strong at home. So you know they are third for a reason. They have 10 goals for a reason, but we will do them over. We will do them over. And I am worried a little bit about the Sterling and the Aubameyang, and them boys. But look, we're who we are right now, and I'm confident against anyone apart from City at the moment. Fair. I'm not confident about City because they just trashed us. They disrespected us big time. So anyway, who do you think you guys are? What do you think this is? Haaland. Let's set Haaland on it. Hey, listen, you go and say something.
If we can do the high press as well as we did against Spurs, I fear no team. If they can do that, and Varane and Martinez and Casemiro are adept enough to just hold off everyone else at the back, like hold off them counter attacks that are coming through and everything from Chelsea, like they did against Spurs.
Yeah,
I fear no team apart from Man City, obviously. But
right.
no,
As long as you
yeah.
say that,
I just wondered why you were staring at me there. I was like, what is that? Yeah, apart from Man City, obviously.
You're gonna press
Yeah.
Man City, are you? You're gonna get finished.
Yeah, no, I fear no team. No, but what I mean is they've done it so well that even when we got caught out a bit, the defense, the Martinez Varane partnership at the back was just snuffing at anything. You know what I mean? And in my mind, obviously, Aubameyang and Sterling are probably pacier than. Oh, Son's pretty fast, but probably are a pacier combo than Son and Kane. But I can still see us snuffing them out, mate. I really can. So.
Yeah, I think so. We'll see anyway. But look, that's been it's been good. Thanks for the comments again for your input. And it was lovely, obviously, doing the combined 11 when Garf came to the rescue as well. That was perfect timing from the co-host as well. It was lovely. And we had admin as well. Sorry, it wasn't admin. It isn't admin. It's actually behind the scenes guy. So Steve is our behind the scenes guy. He does all the work. We're so grateful for everything he does for us as a team, and for us to be able to see everything in front of the scenes the way it is. So thanks a lot, Steve. You're doing an amazing job. And long may it continue. Fabio Carpini says, good luck, boys. He's back on again. And Rayo Hamagrai says, we have to start fast every game, just like Arsenal and Man City do.
Exactly, yeah.
Yes, exactly. But yeah, so the game's at 5:30. We're going to do the match reaction at 8 o'clock. Fabio said he will be on to do the match ratings.
Oh, Kushti.
To see you on if you can get there.
Yeah.
And we'll see you at the time. But look, thanks again for coming on. It's been great, guys. And just remind you, it is 8 o'clock. Yep. No, sorry, wrong. What am I posting?
And like Paul James says, like, subscribe, share, all of that, mate. You know what I mean? Get it done. Get us out there. You know what I mean? Get us out there.
There we go, boys. So boys and girls. Sorry about that. So I'm trying to look for the outro here, so just bear with me.
A little bit of filler, you know what I mean?
I'm new to this.
I'm going to do a little Colton dance for you while you're doing it, Nath, you know what I mean? Keep the people entertained, bro.
Big up Steve, whoever that is. We'll bring Steve back on. He's from the Transfer Exchange Show. You know he does all the transfer.
Transfer guru.
He's a transfer guru, big time. So follow Transfer Exchange Show at Transfer Exchange Show on Twitter. The news where you hear it first, and it's always authentic. It's from Steve, so make sure.
He was the man that was adamant from day one that Frankie de Jong wasn't coming. It was not coming.
So. He has close contacts with a lot of people. So So anyway, guys, peace out. See you in the next one.